Hi all, welcome to Document Solutions webinar. We are pleased to announce the v7.2 release. My name is Shilpa Sharma. I'm Product Manager for Document Solutions, and I'm here today to present a webinar on the key highlights of this release. Before I move on to the details, let me cover today's agenda. In DsPdfViewer, this is a significant release as we introduce WebAssembly-based PDF viewer. I'll cover more details in the following slides. We also added the ability to view PDF pages side by side through the two-page view. In DsPdf, we have added new API to remove images from PDF documents. In DsExcel as well, we have added new API that will help you add goal seek feature and MS Excel feature to spreadsheets. And in pivot table, we have added new API that will help you add label and value filters programmatically. In DsDataViewer, we have added advanced search options. The option would be available in the sidebar, and extract data from cells that will be done programmatically. In Dsword, we have added hyperlink properties to shapes. And in DsImageViewer, we have added effects toolbar that will help you add some quick image effects to the images and blur and pixelate tools. Starting with new features in DsPdfViewer, this is a significant release for Document Solutions as we introduce WebAssembly-based PDF viewer. WebAssembly, as you know, is a special code format that lets programs run fast on the web. And it works with many programming languages, allowing developers to write in their favorite language and run it efficiently in the web browsers. So in this release, DsPdfViewer allows its users to have a new option that's called DsPdfViewer WASM. It enables PDF editing features in the viewer without the need to set up a .NET server running Document Solutions for PDF or DsPdf, our server-side API, and connect the viewer to that server via support API. This work was required previously, and it's still available in the latest builds and will be supported. However, we now enable users to configure WASM-based PDF viewer. So all the editing will be done on the client with this viewer, and this will not need sending the PDF and edits to the server, apply the edits, and send back the modified version. So DsPdfViewer WebAssembly-based version of the PDF viewer would be available in the professional license. And this WebAssembly-based PDF viewer will offer seamless performance while editing PDF, ease of deployment, cross-platform compatibility, and an array of advanced features for editing PDF documents. How to run the WASM version of our DsPdf viewer? You include this code in your index.html file. The code includes reference to DsPdfViewer.js file, which is actually our JavaScript control. It includes reference to DsPdf.js. It's a wrapper for our WASM support API implementation. The WASM support API implementation is the actual code which will help to edit PDF document and save those edits on the client. And this file is actually the communication layer between our JavaScript control and the WASM code. WASM support API server.js file. You need to include reference to this file, and you make a call in your JavaScript code to WASM support API method, which will help you to edit the PDF document and save all those edits on the client. As you see, there is no server connection needed here. So when you run this code, it will load DsPdfViewer WASM version. You can open any PDF file, make any edits, you can drop any annotation and set those properties, make all these edits directly in the browser. This will not require any server-side trip. Apply any properties on your PDF file, on the annotation, and you can then apply those edits and save the PDF directly on the client, which you see is a very instant process, a quick process. And this is how you can edit a PDF document and open it, save it and open it quickly on your system. So this is how you run the DsPdfViewer WASM version. So the WASM version of DsPdfViewer is included in the DsPdf distribution zip, and you can also run a command directly on your file system, which will install all the files of DsPdfViewer, both the server side as well as the WASM version. And these are the files specific to running the WASM version of DsPdfViewer. As I already explained, DsPdf.js is a wrapper for our WASM support API implementation. DsPdf.wasm is actually our implementation of WASM support API. This file, WASM support API.js, it's a combined JavaScript WASM communication layer as well as our WASM support API implementation. As I already mentioned, this implementation is actually the code that will help you to save your PDF, modified PDF on the client. So this is an alternative to using DsPdf.wasm, but this will make the size of your application a little more heavy. So we recommend that applications which directly use DsPdf.wasm do not make any reference or include this in their apps. WASM support API server.js, this file is our communication layer between JavaScript and WASM code. Index-wasm.html, this is an example HTML that loads DsPdfViewer WASM version if it is directly opened from the file system. So it doesn't require any web server to run. You can directly have a look on our DsPdfViewer WASM implementation, how it runs, and edit PDF documents and save on the client using this HTML file. We all have also provided an example HTML file, which actually is the file that should be used in your real web apps. This is the index-wasm-server.html file. So this is an example HTML file that loads the WASM version if it is opened from a web server. So this is the recommended way to deploy our WASM version due to its smaller deployment size. And we also have a CMD file, run_wasm.cmd. It's a simple CMD file that starts a local web server and it opens our index-wasm-server.html file. These are all the files that are specific to DsPdfViewer WASM version, and this is the code that you should include in your web apps to run the WASM version. So have a look on our distribution zip from the website or install DsPdfViewer to have a look on our DsPdfViewer WASM version. In this release, we have also added the ability to view pages side by side. This option is the two-page view option that is available in the page display dropdown of the PDF viewer. So the viewer's toolbar now includes the page display tool and the button key is page-display. So you can customize it in the viewer's toolbar options. So there will be two options. One is single page view, other is two-page view. Also together with these options is an option enable scrolling, which is a toggle button. So you can view the pages in a continuous scroll mode if you enable this option, else you can disable it. And if you want to set the page display programmatically, you can use the page display option, which will help to set the initial page display mode when the viewer is loading. So this is how you set the option. In addition, there is also a page display property of the viewer. If you want to change the page display or set the page display mode, you can just directly set this property to your desired option. In this release, we have added the ability to remove images from PDF documents programmatically. We have added new API to DsPdf. The new method gcpdf document.remove images takes in PDF image info object, images of this object type, and this method now helps to easily remove images from PDF documents. So, and the common requirement of removal of images may be to either modify the PDF document or reduce its size. So you can now use this method easily. You can either remove a single image or you can also remove multiple images. You can also remove images that are referenced by the widget annotation. So we have added new property PDF image location.widget references property. So get images helps to return such images using this new property. If you see the code, it's a simple code. We have loaded a PDF document and we call the doc.getImages method. So this method will return list of images in the PDF document and the images will be of type PDF image info. We send this image list to the remove images method of DsPdf document, and you see that the image has been removed, and there are several images which have also been removed from the PDF document. We have online sample browser where you can find different implementations of this new feature. The images can either be of PDF image info type, or they can be referenced by widget annotation, and we have included examples of how to remove such images from the PDF document. So have a look on our online sample browser. Moving on to new features of DsExcel. In v7.2 release, we have added new API to add goal seek feature to your spreadsheets. Goal seek feature is a feature of MS Excel. So if you know what result you want from a formula, but you do not know the input value that the formula needs to calculate that value, you can use goal seek feature. DsExcel adds iRange.goalSeek method. It's a Boolean method. It takes in two parameters. One is goal, the other is changing cell. The goal parameter specifies the desired target output, while the changing cell specifies the cell whose value will change in order to achieve the target value. Now in the code here, we have used PMT function on cell B4. PMT function is one of financial functions that helps you to find out the loan amount based on some constant payment amount or a constant interest rate. But here you do not know the interest rate. This is what we need to find out using goal seek method. So this formula is applied on B4, which uses cell B3 to calculate the loan amount. Now you know that monthly you want to pay $900 as the loan amount. So we have kept B3 as blank. Now we want to find out the interest rate so that it will help us to achieve the goal of paying $900 per month. So in the goal seek method, we use this value 900, and we also specify, so 900 is the goal, and we also specify the changing cell as B3, which is the interest rate. If this function returns true, it means that the value has been calculated. It returns false if the value is not calculated. So in this case, we achieve 7.02% of interest rate in order to achieve a monthly amount of $900. This is how you use the new API to add goal seek to your spreadsheets. And you can also visit our online sample browser for the complete implementation of this sample. So moving on to another new significant addition in DsExcel API, we have added more filter options in pivot table, and we have extended the support of adding filters in pivot table using DsExcel API. So basically, we have added the ability to add label, value, or date filters with the help of pivot filter type enumeration. This can be passed as a parameter in the add method of iPivot filters interface. The label filter together with date filter will help you add label or date filter to the row or column fields of the pivot table, while the value filter will filter the data based on certain conditions. We have also added a property allow multiple filters that helps to add both label and value filters simultaneously on a field, thereby enabling developers add multiple filters on a data field. And we have also made certain API additions. Certain new methods have been added to delete the filters, either the label filter or the value filter, or delete all the filters. This is a simple example where you just want to filter the data, the row labels which contain the value mi. So you use the new pivot filter type enumeration dot caption contains one of the enum options, and you send in the kind of data on which you want to filter, and you send these as parameters in the pivot filters interface, and you can see the result here. So this pivot table has been filtered by the product field through the caption mi. So the value that you have set programmatically is now reflecting in the Excel file, and the data has also been filtered for the product names that include mi in their names. There are many new samples in our sample browser. You can have a look and let us know your feedback. Another new feature addition to DsDataViewer is the ability to extract data from cells programmatically. And to enable this, we have added new API, new methods to DsDataViewer. So you can extract any formatted or unformatted value of any cell or any selected cell. So DsDataViewer introduces these three methods: getSheet based on index, getSheet from name based on the specified name, and getActiveSheet, which will fetch the active sheet. And to the worksheet object that we get from the active sheet or from these methods, we have added few more methods. You can use getSelections to retrieve the selections in the current sheet, getText, which will help you retrieve the formatted text in the cell based on desired row and column, and getValue, which will retrieve unformatted data from the specified cell based on desired row and column. So here there is a worksheet that has been opened in DsDataViewer, and in your JavaScript code you can get the active sheet from the viewer, and if you want data from desired row or column, you can define that row and column values. And to get the value, you can call sheet.getValue method and pass row and column in as parameters in the method. And to retrieve formatted text, you can call sheet.getText row or based on row or column. You can display these values or use it further for any analysis. So this is the value, this is the data that you got. So the get value will just retrieve the value, while the get text will retrieve the formatted data as well. So this is a new addition in this release, and you can have a look on our online sample browser for the complete implementation of this feature. In this release, we have added advanced search options in DsDataViewer. You can now find the search button available by default in the left sidebar. When you click it, it will open a search panel that will help you define the specific search you want to perform in your spreadsheet. The find what field will help you add the text that you want to search. The within field will help you choose from current sheet or all sheets. The match case will help you determine whether to ignore case sensitivity. If it is selected, it will perform a case sensitive search. Match exactly will exactly match the terms that you type in the find what field. So it will also search even if the word is not completed. Use wildcards. This option will help you make more refined search with the help of wildcard characters like question mark that searches with a single character, the star that searches with more than one character, and tilde that can be combined with question mark or the star. So here is how it looks like. So you type in cache and you say match case, so it will perform a case sensitive search, and it will give you a result in a grid. You can also enter wildcard characters like star-21, which will help you return the results in the grid. Now this grid will have 3 columns: sheet on which the word has appeared, the cell number where the text appears, and its value. You can just navigate through each of the search results in the grid, and it will keep on highlighting the search results on the spreadsheet. Moving on to new features in Dsword. In this release, we add the ability to add hyperlink properties in shapes. We have introduced hyperlink on action class that helps to add hyperlink properties like hyperlink on click and hyperlink on hover on shapes programmatically, and this will help you to add more interactivity to Word documents. There are various shape classes in Dsword, and these properties have been added to all these classes. So this is a simple code that loads an image into picture class, and you can set the URL to some web location, and you can then set the picture.hyperlink_on_click.address to this URL, and you can execute this code. So you see over here, there's a picture in Word document which has a hyperlink over it, and the hyperlink has been set to the web location that you set programmatically. You can have a look on our online sample browser for more implementations on how to use these properties with the various shapes. Moving on to new features in DsImageViewer, we have added a new effects toolbar that will help you quickly add certain image filters that are commonly required to be added on your images. The effects secondary toolbar is available via the Paint Tools plugin options. So if you want to add the effects toolbar to your viewer, you just set the effects tools property. It has an array of whole set of options that are available in the toolbar, and you can always customize these options to include or not include them in the toolbar. And you can either apply the filters directly over the entire image, or you can select particular portion of the image and apply the filter. This is the effects toolbar button that would be visible when you add this via code, although this will be available by default in the toolbar when you add the Paint Tools plugin. It provides various options like brightness and contrast, vibrance, and the new tools blur and pixelate. So here you see, if you want to set brightness over the entire image, just open this drop down and start applying the filters. Or if you want to apply the filter only over a selected part of the image, just make the selection and just apply the filter, and yes, save the image, and it would be saved to your system. So this is the new toolbar added in this release. Now moving on to another new set of tools, it's blur and pixelate tools. Basically, if you want to hide certain part of images and enhance the privacy or security of your data within the images, these two new tools would help you to blur or pixelate certain parts of the images. They are available by default in the effects toolbar we just discussed. The button key for blur is blur and for pixelate is pixelate. So you can customize these options in the effects toolbar. And this is how they are applied. So as you see, you choose them from, you open the drop down and start moving the sliders, and it will blur or pixelate your images. If you want to blur certain part of the image, just make the selection and just apply the blur and blur only the part of the image. So with this, we come to the end of the webinar. Hope you enjoyed the new features part of this release. To have a look on the complete detailed feature list, have a look on these blog links. Thank you.